Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Learn English Through Story. Today's story is all about how you can learn English by yourself. If you're wondering how to improve your English skills without attending a class or hiring a tutor, this story will give you some tips and inspiration. Let's dive right in. Learning English on your own, Emma's journey. Emma was a young woman with a passion for languages, but she didn't have the time or money to take formal English lessons. She knew that English was important for her career, and she was determined to learn it on her own. However, she had no idea where to begin. One day, she made up her mind. She would start learning English by herself. But how? Step 1. Immersion through daily activities. Emma realized that the first step to learning English was to surround herself with a language. She began by listening to English music while doing her daily chores. Whenever she didn't understand a word, she looked it up, repeating it several times until it stuck in her mind. She also switched the language on her phone, social media accounts, and computer to English. By doing this, she was exposed to the language every single day. Even small tasks, like reading notifications or instructions, became English practice. Step 2. Watching movies and TV shows. Another way Emma improved her English was by watching English movies and TV shows with subtitles. At first, she watched with English subtitles to match the words with the audio. She would pause the video whenever she encountered a new word, write it down, and learn its meaning. Over time, Emma noticed that her listening skills improved, and she could recognize words without having to rely on subtitles. She especially enjoyed watching movies in the genres she liked, which made the process fun and engaging. Step 3. Reading books and articles. To improve her vocabulary and understanding of grammar, Emma started reading English books and articles online. She began with children's books because the language was simple and easy to follow. As her confidence grew, she moved on to more complex materials like news articles, short stories, and novels. Emma also found it helpful to write down any unfamiliar words and phrases. She kept a journal of all the new vocabulary she encountered, along with their meanings and sample sentences. Step 4. Practicing speaking. Even though Emma was studying by herself, she knew the importance of practicing her speaking skills. She recorded herself reading aloud from books, articles, and scripts to improve her pronunciation and fluency. Emma also discovered language exchange apps where she could connect with native English speakers. Through these apps, she practiced her conversational English by chatting with others and making new friends. It was intimidating at first, but Emma realized that making mistakes was part of the learning process. Step 5. Writing in English. To enhance her writing skills, Emma started keeping a daily journal in English. She wrote about her day, her thoughts, and anything else that came to mind. Initially, her writing was simple and full of errors, but over time, her sentences became more fluid and grammatically correct. She also joined online forums and discussion groups where she could read and contribute to conversations. This allowed her to practice both writing and reading while engaging in topics that interested her. Step 6. Consistency is key. The most important lesson Emma learned in her journey was that consistency was key. She made sure to practice English every day, even if it was just for 10 or 15 minutes. Whether it was watching a short video, reading an article, or speaking with someone online, she kept the momentum going. Emma's success. After a year of self-study, Emma could confidently communicate in English. She was able to watch movies without subtitles, hold conversations with native speakers, and even write essays in English. She realized that learning a language by yourself was possible with dedication, persistence, and the right approach. And that's the story of how Emma learned English on her own. Now let's take a look at some interesting words from the story. Vocabulary. Words. 1. Immersion, meaning the act of surrounding oneself in an environment where a particular language or culture is dominant. Example, Emma used immersion techniques like listening to English music to learn the language faster. 2. Subtitles, meaning text that appears on the screen in films or TV shows to display what is being spoken. Example, Emma watched movies with English subtitles to help her understand the dialogue. 3. Fluency, meaning the ability to speak or write a language easily and accurately. After a year of practice, Emma's fluency in English greatly improved. 4. Intimidating, meaning frightening or overwhelming, often making someone feel nervous. Example, speaking to native English speakers was intimidating for Emma at first. 5. Consistency, meaning the quality of always behaving or performing in a similar way, especially over time. Example, consistency in her daily practice helped Emma improve her English skills. 6. Grammar, the system and structure of a language, including syntax and word formation. Example, reading helped Emma understand the grammar rules of the English language better. 7. Pronunciation, meaning the way in which a word is pronounced or spoken. Emma recorded herself speaking to practice her pronunciation. 8. Persistence, meaning continuing firmly in a course of action despite difficulty or opposition. Example, Emma's persistence paid off when she finally became fluent in English. These words will help expand your vocabulary and make your English more expressive. Keep practicing and improving your language skills, and remember, just like Emma, consistency and persistence are the keys to success.